What's up guys, it's Mike here with Padbangers.com. It's gear check time today with a new German brand. It's called Asparion and they come up with this new fader controller for your DAW. It's called the D400. I will show you everything in detail right after the intro. Let's go! Alright, so here we have the Asparion D400. It consists of two parts. One is the D400T, it's the transport controller, and one is the D400F, which is the fader controller. Now, you need the D400T to make the fader controllers work because that's the part that is hooked up to your computer. But you can buy more and more fader controllers because these are daisy chained and you can have up to 4 of these D400Fs. That gives you a total of 32 faders, which makes it a really large controller for your DAW. But at the same time, the controller is very compact. It's not wasting a lot of space. It's not taking too much space on your desk. So that's pretty good. And the nice thing here is it's a modular DAW controller. Means you can place these things any way you want. So you could have all the faders on the left, all the faders on the right, or the way I put them right here. Let's talk a little bit about the quality. This is really nice quality. Everything is aluminum. I would say even the fader caps here are aluminum. Everything feels very good. And these are quite heavy. You wouldn't expect it just from looking at it, but they have some weight on it. Quality wise, everything's really good. The faders run very smooth. Nice clicky buttons. The jog wheel here feels very good. It has a spring for the outside scrolling, and it has this standard jog wheel step mode. So everything, the knobs, the LEDs, everything looks good and feels very nice. The faders are not silent, but they are also not very loud. Now let's create some new tracks here so you can hear when they move how they sound like. Let's create 15 new tracks and give it a listen. So as you can hear, it's very smooth. It's audible, especially when you do some automation. Let's do this real quick. So yeah, they're noticeable, but they're not very loud. And compared to cheaper models like the Behringer BCF, they sound much better. Let's check out the controller itself a little bit more detailed. So on the transport control, we have a basic set of buttons for stop, play, record, back and forth, buttons for bank, up and down for the fader controllers. We got the metronome and the loop button going on. We got 8 knobs with LED rings, so these are endless knobs, and with these nice and bright LED indicators. They also have a click function, and they send a different MIDI message when you push them down and hold them. For example, the EQ section right here, which is just labeled as EQ because it makes sense to have these 4 knobs labeled to an EQ, but they're freely assignable to any function you want. So let's say for these 4 knobs here, you can have your gain. I mapped these out so I can show you a little bit better. So here I have the Pro EQ in Studio One. Now you see I can adjust the frequency, I can adjust the gain, and also when I hit the shift button here, I got a third function. When I hold it down, I can narrow or widen the Q setting. In Studio One, the fader right here is mapped to the master volume, and we got some pan settings for each track. And then we have 2 knobs with 4 different functions that can be assigned freely to any function you want. On the fader controller, we have 8 ALPS faders They run again very smooth. We have select buttons, we have recording arm buttons, mute buttons, and if you double click on the mute, you have a solo function. If you double click on the record button, you have a listen function. And if you double click on the select button, you can have another function for that knob. At the moment, this is not yet available for the Mac because you need the configuration software that is not yet ready for the Mac, but Windows users can use it just fine, and you can freely assign them to any function you want. Alright, so here you have it, the Asparion D400 DAW controller. Here's my verdict. Great quality, everything fits really good, super smooth faders. The noise of the motorized faders is not too loud. It's very comfortable to work with it. The jog wheel on the D400T is very responsive. The clicky buttons feel really good, so that's a big plus. It comes with presets for a lot of apps. All the major DAWs are covered. Also, there are presets for Premiere, so this also works really nice for video editing. For more information, check out Asparion.de. Prices for the individual modules starting at £349. If you liked the video, please give it a thumb up, share it with your friends, shoot me some comments on what you think about the controller. Come over to facebook.com/Padbangers, give it a like, or follow me on Instagram or Twitter. It's @Padbangers. That's it. I hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.